Jeez, oh my gosh. I had no idea I'd run into you today. What a lovely surprise.
Hey, Sandra.
I never would have imagined in a million years that I'd bump into my ex sister in law at her office, especially after how awful the divorce went. Do I even need to remind you how you got kicked out of our house? Oh, the good memories.
Nice to hear from you too. Likewise. Didn't expect to see you at the office either. Didn't know you worked here.
Well, I don't. Not yet. Anyway, just checking the place out.
Not yet? What do you mean?
Oh, never mind about that.
Okay then. Fine. How are you doing anyway?
Oh, honey, I'm totally fine. I'm always fine. And you? How's life since the divorce? Hmm? Enjoying the divorced life, are we now?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Are you still single? I bet you $100 you are.
Uh,
I heard it's tough for a divorcee to find someone new. Poor old you. Look at you. You must be all alone in the singles market. No one to care for you or love you. Must be hard to have a failed marriage. It's written all over you.
that's none of your business, really. But thanks for the concern.
Ha! Don't sound so polite and distant. We were sisters once, remember?
Yes, we were. Until you got me kicked out of the house 2 years ago. Honestly, I thought you would have grown up a bit by now. But it seems like you're just as condescending and demeaning as before.
Oh my! Those are some harsh words coming from you. No need to be so mean now, right? I was just teasing you. And hey, I was only telling you the truth. From where I'm standing, it looks like you're the one who hasn't changed much at all.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it sounds like you still hold a grudge against me. Like I said, that all happened 2 years ago. I thought you'd be over it by now.
Well, what you did isn't exactly the easiest thing to forgive, is it?
Well, that was all your fault. You cheated on my brother. Who else are we to blame here but you?
Ugh, I still can't believe you're still going on about that.
Well, it's only true, isn't it?
No, it's absolutely not. How many times do I have to tell you that I have never cheated on James?
But you did, didn't you?
Okay, look. If this is where you're going with this conversation, then I don't have time for it. This is too stupid and pointless. I'm not wasting my breath on this.
Okay, calm down. I forgot how boring it was to tease you.
Well, I'm glad you want to have fun teasing me. It's so mature of you.
But even you had to admit it was perfectly executed.
What do you mean? What was it?
Well, all I did was fabricate some story of you cheating on James, and he totally fell for it. And it wasn't just him, but my mom believed it too. And I could swear my mom was the one who was way more pissed at you than James.
I don't find any of this funny at all. How could you be so horrible to me?
Oh, come on. I mean, in her eyes, I'm nothing but her little girl. Of course, both Mom and James are going to believe everything I say. I've got them both wrapped around my little finger.
Yeah. Okay. You keep thinking that. Keep living in your small world. Anyway, what is it that you want? Are you looking to gloat or something? I don't have to admit anything. Your big plan was just to tell a lie with no proof and watch everyone leap for my throat.
Well, it was a success. Wouldn't you say?
You probably need to get your head checked. I swear, your mind is just not in the right place. You hurt me, and you pushed James away. That is not what people call a success. Look it up in the dictionary.
Okay.
Honestly, why are you messaging me? What do you want? I'm busy here.
Ooh, listen to you. A busy woman are we now? It's the weekend. Why can't you relax a bit? Or are you busy going on dates or something?
I don't need to tell you anything about my personal life, and I won't.
Well, in any case, if you want my advice, I'd tell you not to rush into things, honey. Choose your men wisely, especially if you're divorced.
Okay, that's enough. Do you know what you put me through all those years? Because of your lies? And how I had to deal with your mother, who was traumatized from her own experience of being cheated on? How hard it was to have to defend myself to everyone?
Oh, boo-hoo. Well, if you knew about my mom then, you should have tried harder to convince her that you never cheated on James.
Well, I did what I could, didn't I? And besides, she would never want to listen to my side of the story. You know that. You know how she was crying incessantly over how bad she felt for James.
Yeah. Oh, I remember how her tears wouldn't stop. I even got sick and tired of seeing her cry. But then again, how can you blame her? She hates cheaters and liars. You know how bad it got to her when my dad cheated on her.
I hate liars and cheaters too. AKA you. You're the only liar around here.
Ugh, how rude of you.
I still can't believe how you managed to go out of your way to find someone that looked like me and took her photo. Then made an entire lie around it. An entire lie.
Well, how else was I going to get my proof? Photos are the easiest and most convincing piece of evidence.
You're unbelievable. If you wanted me out of the house that badly, you should have come and talked to me instead of doing all of that.
Well, of course I wanted you out of the house badly. I couldn't stand living under the same roof as my brother, let alone with you. That house will eventually belong to me once I inherit it. So I just thought, why don't I make everyone follow my rules now? My house, my rules, right?
So, let me get this straight. You fabricated a whole story about me cheating on James to kick me out of a house that you're eventually going to inherit anyway?
Huh. Well, something like that, I guess.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard in my life.
Well, who would want to move out of a big house like that and pay the rent for some other small apartment instead? My house is gorgeous. I love it. I never want to leave.
Ugh, that's just so pathetic.
Well, since you left, fortunately, James moved out too. So it's looking like I really will be the one to inherit it instead of James. So, actually, I messaged you to thank you for that. To show you how much I appreciate you moving out and getting divorced.
You're unbelievable. I don't know what else to say to you anymore.
Well, I'll let you in on one thing though.
And what might that be now?
Well, there was something that he said before he moved out. Well, he did say that he didn't want to live with a family who wouldn't listen to him. As in, maybe he believed that you didn't actually cheat on him, but none of us would listen to him about it.
Well, that was nice of him then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I told you because I thought you might be interested to hear that. You know, you should have really just come to me to talk about all of this.
If I knew how much trouble it was for me to live in that house, then I would have moved out. James and I would have moved out together. We really would have. You didn't have to make up a huge lie like that and make a whole ordeal over it.
Well, I actually didn't expect my little lie to turn into something that big either.
Oh, if you want to live in a big house, why don't you just get married to a rich man or find some other way? Why did you have to do all of those horrible things to me?
Well, that's easy to answer. It was just way easier to kick you guys out than to find a rich sugar daddy. If you had two options where one was easy and the other one not so easy, then you'd choose the easy option, wouldn't you? It's as simple as that.
Ugh.
Trust me, if I had someone rich like that at the time, I would have gone for that. But I guess I wasn't lucky enough for that back then. But oh well, I got what I wanted, so I'm not complaining.
Ugh, you're giving me a headache with all this ridiculous talk.
And I'm definitely not complaining. Having met the love of my life now,
Oh, well, that's good for you then, isn't it?
he's so financially well off and even owns a bigger house than mine. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the proud owner of two big houses sometime pretty soon.
Well, congrats to that then.
Well, not really. He actually has a wife and children.
What? So you're having an affair?
I guess so.
You guess? Oh my god, this is hilarious! You're the one who made up a lie about me cheating, and now you're actually having an affair? With a guy who has children? Oh, this is classic. Now, this is what I would call a class act, honey.
Okay. Calm down. Jeez, it's fine though. I'm sure he'll get a divorce soon. As you know, I'm good at breaking people up. This one will be just as easy.
You're the most pathetic person I've ever met in my entire life. I hope other people can see how malicious you are.
Well, it's people like you who are pathetic, really, isn't it?
And what do you mean by that?
Well, why do you care so much about people cheating? In my eyes, that's more pathetic than anything else. For me, as long as I'm financially taken care of, then I don't really care about if my boyfriends cheat on me or not. Not that I've ever been cheated on before.
Well, not that you probably know of.
Hey!
Well, it's good to know that you've got your priorities straight then. And plus, if you're calling me pathetic, then what does that make you and your own mother?
Exactly. I'm not going to deny that she's pathetic for caring so much about being cheated on. In fact, I'd say she's the prime example of a pathetic loser.
How can you talk about your own mother like that?
Well, I just did.
And it's easy for you to call her that since you're on the other end of it all. I bet you wouldn't be saying that if you were the one being cheated on.
Oh well, we'll never know, will we? I guess I'm more of a keeper. No guy would cheat on an amazing girlfriend like me.
You keep thinking that then. Besides, does your mother even know about this affair of yours?
Of course not. She'd probably disown me if she did.
Oh, I thought you were her precious little daughter, and you had her wrapped around your little finger? Whatever happened to that?
Well, whatever. Say what you want. You'll regret it all soon anyway.
Huh? What are you talking about now?
Well, did I tell you that my boyfriend is actually working at your company too?
What? No way. I don't believe that.
Yep, he works in the HR department.
No, that's not true. Prove it. Who is it, anyway?
Well, I guess there won't be much to prove and you'll find out who it is soon enough. Besides, if he gets me in, then that's all the proof you need, isn't it?
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, since I'm his girlfriend and he'll do anything for me, he'll hire me and I'll start working there. Which would be great because then I can spend more time with him. Oh, it's going to be super fun.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can pull the strings like that, you know. It doesn't work like that.
Oh, want it? Well, just watch me. I've already told him that if he doesn't get me in, then I'd tell his wife about our affair. So yeah, just watch what happens then.
So you've decided to threaten someone to get your own way?
Well, isn't that how threats work?
Ugh, you're disgusting.
Besides, I've also got a new toy to play with too. So I couldn't be happier, really.
What toy? If you mean your boyfriend of yours, then you're plain evil. And I hope he finds the courage to do something about it and leave you for good.
Well, I was actually talking about you being my new toy. Huh, it's been 2 years. I've missed my toy.
Ugh, you better not do anything crazy like you did before. Better yet, I hope you never get to work in my office.
Oh, I have already planned ahead, darling. In fact, I'll let you in on something here. Just a heads up for you. I'm planning on spreading another rumor around the office. I wonder how long it'll take before you're fired.
What the? Don't you dare even try.
Watch me. Anyway, look, I'd love to keep you company, but I've got to go now. I've got a busy evening ahead, if you know what I mean. See you at the office soon then.
Ugh, you're despicable. Hey, Henry. Been a while. How's it going?
Oh, hey, Emily. Yeah, it's been a while. What's up?
Well, do you have a minute now?
Well, actually, believe it or not, I was about to text you too. What's the matter?
Oh, well, you can go ahead first. What was it?
Oh, no. No, you can go first. Mine's nothing that important, I guess.
Okay. Well, thanks. I'll go ahead then. Well, do you know a woman called Sandra Jones? She should have come in for a job interview this afternoon. I believe you may have spoken to her.
Sandra Jones? Yes. How could I forget that woman?
Oh, what do you mean by that? I was just about to ask you how the interview went with her.
Well, the thing is, we gave her a short test to work on. As you know, since it's required for the screening part of the interview process.
Yeah.
And she got most of the answers incorrect. But for some reason, David came to me and insisted on letting her go to the next round of interviews.
David, huh?
Yeah, David. So we took her in for not just one, but 2 interviews and, well,
Well, go on. It's okay.
she didn't exactly give us the answers we were looking for. In fact, me and the rest of the guys knew she wasn't the kind of person we'd want to hire for the company. But again, David was so insistent on it, so, well, please keep this between you and me.
Sure. I promise.
Well, we hired her.
What?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him well, but he just wasn't having any of it. He wouldn't listen or take in any of the reasons why we wouldn't want her on board.
Ah, okay. I see what's going on here.
And actually, that's exactly what I wanted to come to you for.
Oh, do you mean that was the thing you wanted to talk about earlier?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, okay.
I mean, David is my boss at the end of the day. I don't really have much of a say when he makes the final decisions.
Right.
I mean, he told me not to tell anyone else about it as well, which just makes me feel more like an accomplice. I feel really guilty about this and I don't know what to do. That's why I thought to consult you about it.
I see. Right. Well, thanks for telling me about it. I appreciate it.
How come you know about her anyways?
Well, I knew her from before. I wouldn't say she's a friend or anything since she stabbed me in the back real hard a few years ago. But let's just say I know her.
Oh, okay. Well, man, people can be so tough to understand sometimes.
I do agree with you there as well. Anyway, don't worry about this. I'll handle it.
No worries, and thanks for listening. It felt good to get it off my chest, actually.
No problem. Like I said, I do appreciate you for telling me about this.
So, my BF says he wants to see me later tonight. He says he wants to see me at the office. Doesn't it sound so sneaky and scandalous? Yet so thrilling? I can't stop grinning!
Not at all. But sure, if you say so.
Jealous are we now?
Well, you better enjoy it while you can now then. And me? Jealous of you? Oh, please. You wish.
Well, let me throw those words right back at you. I told my boyfriend about you, and it seems like you might not be keeping your job for that long anymore. So you should enjoy your job while you can instead.
Oh, no, honey. I'd be worried if I were you. Didn't they tell you yet
Tell me what?
that you didn't get the job here?
What are you talking about? Oh, I got the job, alright. I made sure of that. He promised me.
Oh? Well, you should make sure that he doesn't just make empty promises then.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, David told me all about it.
Huh? How do you know I was seeing David? I don't recall telling you anything.
Well, don't you think I talk to other people in other departments? I know a lot of people in the office, you know?
Oh, well, fine. Now you know. I guess that's no big deal since you were going to find out eventually anyway.
Mm-hmm. David was so nice about it, by the way. All I did was ask a simple question and he spilled the beans instantly. It seemed like he was under a lot of stress. Of course, needless to say, that stress was probably mostly caused by you.
Me? No, that can't be. He's happy when he's around me.
Well, it sure as hell didn't seem that way when I spoke to him.
Okay, well, whatever. I mean, what do you know about my relationship with him, huh?
That's true. I guess I don't know much. But what I do know is that you're absolutely not coming to work here. And on a personal note, I've told your mother about this now too.
What? Oh, wait. Hold on. First of all, I've only applied for a job at your company since I was so sure that I get it. So, I need that job. And I'm not even going to dignify that lie about my mother with a reply. Like she'd ever talk to you again?
Well, you shouldn't have put all your eggs in one basket then, should you? And I also don't lie. I'm not like you. I'd shoot myself if I became anything like you.
Okay, wait. So you're saying my mom really knows then? How? You guys haven't spoken since the divorce.
Well, that's a simple answer. I got in touch with her. Just like you got in touch with me a few days earlier.
She never told me.
Well, that's not my problem. But what you might be interested in is that I bet you didn't know that I'm on the executive board here.
What?
You heard me. So actually, I have rights too. I can take part in the decision making when it comes to hiring people here. Oh, look. Now I'm the one who can't stop grinning.
No. That's not true. Why you... Ah!
Serves you right. Take that as my personal revenge on you. I see what people mean when they say revenge is sweet.
No.
Uh-oh. How I'd love to see you go through all of what I had to go through, but probably worse.
Worse? Why would that be worse?
You're not good at putting two and two together, are you? No wonder they said you weren't good enough to work for us.
Huh? What are you going on about?
Oh, sorry, I digressed. Well, think about it. You're in a worse spot than me for 3 simple reasons. 1, your mother found out about you having this affair, and you know the best about what she can be like about that. 2, you don't have a job right now. And 3, well, you might not have this so-called boyfriend of yours either. See? Simple as that.
What? How do you know that?
Let's just say that I know more than you do when it comes to people working at this office.
Ugh! How dare you ruin all of this for me?
Oh, wait. Before you have a nervous breakdown, I should tell you one other thing.
What? What is it now?
James and I never really divorced to begin with.
Excuse me?
Yep. We never broke up and certainly never got a divorce.
But he said he divorced you.
Well, you just fell for it, didn't you? Funny how liars can also fall easily for other people's lies, isn't it?
No, but he moved out.
He moved out because he was sick of being around you guys. We've been living together in our nice little home since then, actually.
No way!
I'd say my marriage is a success, in fact. Oh, there we go. You mentioned how getting him to divorce me was a success. Well, let me tell you that I'm continuing to stay together after going through thick and thin. Well, that's what you call a successful marriage.
No way. Oh, no. What am I gonna do now?
Oh, this is so immature of me. It is, isn't it? But it feels so good to see you like this. It sucks to get a taste of your own medicine, doesn't it? So since then, it seems like Sandra had to start looking for a job all over again. Without any marketable skills, I heard she's still looking for one, and it's been almost a year. I mean, who'd want to hire her, right? As for what went down between Sandra and her mom, well, let's just say she's not only on the hunt for a new job now. Her mom straight up kicked her out of the house, so she's currently checking out a bunch of different apartments. I'm not exactly sure what went wrong between her and David, but man, my heart goes out to his wife and kids. I've crossed paths with them at holiday parties in the past, and let me tell you, they're all genuinely lovely people. So here's to hoping that Sandra and David can both have a change of heart and start fresh, you know? It'd be great if we could all put this messy situation behind us and move on.